Good afternoon everyone, and this is Douglas Plays. So we're going to be playing some more of Croc, Legend of the Gobbos. At the moment we're still on the level Leap of Faith. So with that said, let's get on to it, shall we? Hi Doug! Looking forward to another entertaining live stream. I'm sure you are, Mom. There goes the platform with a Looney Tunes sound effect that goes, Chow! Kavoosh! Chat GPT and I have been talking about video games, old TV shows, and just a shout out. Oso is Spanish for bear because the information says so. I've had a really cruisy morning because I've had a shower, took my medication. Not much fun getting zapped by Baron Dante's cohorts. Okay, now we've entered the cave. The tire is deadly to touch. Wait for the platform to rise so I can jump on it and safely navigate. I've also used Chat GPT to find an answer to see if this YouTube celebrity is still active. You know, the YouTube celebrity that plays a guitar, a brilliant actor, just playing the guitar behind the couch. You know, him. So what we're going to do is navigate our way in this level that's full of gaps that's easily jumpable, but there are other times when gaps can be a little impossible to cross. Sometimes you need a moving raft, such as this. What? There's the theremin music once again. Fun fact, back in the movie Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, I think they might have used this theremin or whatever the instrument is called to play some spooky music whilst the characters is being abducted by an alien race known as Yokins. Watch that first step, it's a doozy. The transcript from the movie Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius is this. Hello! No response from the toaster. What galaxy are you from? Ooblar. Where is your leader? Ooblar. It's Toast. Oh. Hello, Toast! I admire your ship. So the toaster gadget activates, and there's a message from Jimmy Neutron and his parents. So one of the aliens like, freeze that image, and that gave him a sinister idea to abduct every parent from Earth. Now this area is going to get really tough because of two floating platforms that hover for about 4 seconds. So you can't take your time. You just gotta be quick. Next we're gonna cross this chasm. This time it's tiny platforms. Imagine if Croc turned into a kangaroo, then he could jump better. Well, that's a very good theory there, Fiona. I've got some idea plans for the tiny platforms that I'm trying to jump across to. I was thinking, what if those tiny platforms just gingerly tip towards the next platform? That way I can cross much more better. Still adds the challenge of being chased by a fire imp. That's an imp literally on fire, by the way. I recommend Croc learning some moves from Banjo and Kazooie, like the grip grab. The grip grab allows you to grab onto ledges, and not only that, you can actually traverse around platforms. I really gotta watch out for those fire imps. They drive me nuts, and the only time you can defeat them is if they're not on fire just for a quick second. These levels aren't easy. They're very challenging, but I bet I can get past it. All I could say is Holy Hailfire Peaks. That's a level that's a level reference from the game Banjo-Tooie, because the reason it's called Hailfire Peaks is you start at the lava side to where the fire dragon named Billy reside. Now the icy side is where the dragon named Chili resides. You've got a division of two dragons from two different elements, fire and ice. I bet you wish Croc had all the abilities of every game character in every game. Then you could pass this level in a snap. Well, that's another brilliant theory. I bet I can use ChatGPT to think up some ideas that Argonauts themselves should have thunk up. Like every time Croc stands on the tiny platform, like I'm doing, it would gingerly tip towards the next platform, and I can easily scale those tiny platforms. But no. I wasn't. Man. There's always bonus rooms in Croc Legend of the Gobbos if you can actually find them. I still remember some Jimmy Neutron quotes from the movie Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. And yes, occasional 90s toilet humor where Jimmy Neutron's dog, Goddard, a robotic dog, poops nuts and bolts, and Hugh Neutron is like, "Oh, Goddard, not on the porch." Like, that was probably a thing between the very late 90s and the starting 2000s. So I remember the time when I was growing up in Cessnock. Melissa and I came across this TV show called Sonic X. It featured a blue hedgehog that got lost in reality after. That's all I remember is Sonic getting lost in reality, and looks like it's all or nothing on my last life. Whoa! Now that level was a literal doozy. You know, because I've found a secret bonus area, why not go back to that previous level and grind for some lives? Because I might need some when I'm re-battling Baron Dante in the end. I'll be having a lot of leisurely fun to grind for some extra lives. Because I was just thinking like I was thinking that normal hearts would give you 1 extra life, a silver would give you 5 extra lives, and a gold heart would give you 20. So in the movie Jimmy Neutron is up for a show tell, voiced by Derry, Deb and Barry or whoever. It's like, as a matter of fact, I brought my latest invention. Behold, the Shrink Ray! And everyone's just gasping in awe, except for Cindy. She's like, you know, what's wrong, Neutron? Aren't you sure enough already? So Jimmy's like, real mature, Cindy. This device is used to shrink and expand space itself, like say your mouth. So the screen read ant size. The Shrink Ray malfunctions. And Cindy has a sarcastic reaction. Good thing his friend Carl cheers him up with a, "I love your useless Shrink Ray, Jimmy." And then Jimmy was like, "Oh well, it could be just a minor malfunction." Then the Shrink Ray zaps the show and tell teacher, and she has to fight this mutant caterpillar. It's just I've got such a wonderful memory on how that movie played out. Like Back when we still had Foxtel, I used to watch this brilliant Nickelodeon show called The Loud House. Now, The Loud House features this 10-year-old kid named Lincoln Loud, who lives with 10 girls or 10 sisters. Isn't that just insane? And the music goes a little something like this. Something calls, dodging girls like ping pong balls. Boy's gotta do what he can to survive in the loud house, in the loud house. Jump something and whatever, stop. That's how we show our love. But the TV intro became too quick for me to memorize the lyrics. And I feel like that Cartoon Network is returning, and they've got the TV show called Jellystone, which featured some new voice actors. And my best part about Croc Legend of Gobbos is if I'm running out of lives to survive in the game, I just happen to find a area that shines. The shining area should teleport you to the bonus levels where you can grind for some extra lives. It's really quite entertaining. So, you know, while I'm grinding for some extra lives, I was thinking I could try going for 40 lives and see how I do. In the Banjo-Kazooie trilogy, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, well, I did play Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts on the discontinued Xbox 360. To me, it wasn't that bad, as to everybody around me thinks the game. They just happen to say, "Oh no, my favourite childhood game is ruined." Well, that's just a matter of opinion. I didn't mind just having a wander around in 3D environmental worlds. I loved building my own vehicle for the right job. I've even been busy searching and finding machine parts, such as monster wheels, a laser, some springs, and many more. Here's the thing about creative video games. You can pretty much let your imagination run wild as you're fighting each boss, as you're using sandbox mode to do whatever and be creative. In fact, I used to have this Xbox 360 game called Toy Story 3. In that game, you get to play through the movie. In the world of Woody's Roundup, there's this 3D environment where you get to sandbox anything, from painting buildings with stars and galaxy, to saving up for a dough capable of growth or shrinkage. So the growth is green putty, and the shrinking putty is pink, hot pink to be exact. I had a lot of fun just making toy vehicles big so I could cut travel time in half. It was ingenious. But sadly, in today's world, there has never been a Toy Story 4 game. I would love to see Woody and his friends do some more adventuring around anything, just for one more time. You know? I also loved watching the Toy Story movies because they had talented voice actors, creative screenplays, and everything. On the Super NES version of Toy Story, I did enjoy hiding beneath a drinking vessel in the food and drink level. Like, you have to guide Buzz and Woody through the restaurant Pizza Planet. Along the way, you have to avoid kids running over you just by crouching. And that makes Woody and Buzz hide into the drink and nugget boxes. The game Toy Story 2 was even better. You get to play as Buzz Lightyear, you get to explore Auntie's house, you get to fight toy bosses. If you want to collect some new power-ups, I suggest locating Mr. Potato Head's body parts and everything. Now, you have to watch out for cracked platforms because you can't take your time on platforms that's about to give away within 3 seconds. Now, let me talk about this game called Rayman 2: The Great Escape. It featured our hero Rayman is in his own cell, no thanks to the robotic pirates. So Glowbox gave him some lums, that's LUMS, to defeat the evil robotic pirates with. I really use it to take down a couple of piranhas. Oh, you might have a friend named Carmen the whale who will guide you past the army of piranhas, and you've made it on the other side. Like, it was like, really tough. Oh, every time you take a hit, crystals scatter out from Croc's body, kind of like in the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. Now, to get across to this platform, over there. Next month is my cousin's wedding. You probably need light fairies to help you see in the dark. Unfortunately, just for a short while. Back in the 2000s, I remember playing a PlayStation 1 game called Muppet Monster Adventure. It starred as those imps. As I was saying, seriously? I should laugh it out, not get frustrated. 34 lives remaining. I enjoyed playing the PlayStation 1 game Muppet Monster Adventure because it featured this playable frog named Robin. So Robin and his friends are just looking forward to all kinds of holidays, like traveling around the world. Unfortunately, instead, they wind up at this haunted tower or haunted castle. So when the door opened, Robin got scared, and then next scene, Honeydew was like, "Are you okay, Robin?" Then Bunsen's like, "Me, me, 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 me," and this Muppet was like, "Wake up, okay?" So Robin is like, what happened? So Honeydew was like, "The good news is you, Peppy, Co, and I are unharmed." So Robin questions himself, what's the bad news? So, Honeydew was like, "Unfortunately, Miss Piggy, Kermit, and the others were transformed into terrifying monsters." So Robin's like, "Oh no! I'm hoping to get 40 lives, but because I've died a bunch, I've still got 33 left. I swear that I've got further, but came back to where I entered this area." So in the game Muppet Monster Adventure, you get 5 transformations for you to try out, like Nosferatu, Ghoul Friend, Werewolf, Muck Monster, and Kerr Monster. They all have different skills and abilities. With Kerr Monster, you can push heavy objects around. Ghoul Friend, you can pretty much find a cracked wall or a damaged door and go, hi-ya! With it. Oh, hi Melissa! How are you doing? Still navigating this dark cave, which is really tough. Did you save the game when you got further? Well, funny you should ask that, Fiona, because the game is pretty much an autosave. So, yeah. I'm doing well, buddy. Aw. I've already been here. Oh, man. This is going to be one painful stream as I try to figure out where to go next. Hey! Really good progress. There you go. I love games that autosave. Well, me too. I think the Steam game Samurai Pizza Cat's Blast from the Past is still in the works. I can't wait for it to come out, for that game to come out of the works eventually and play it. I feel like I want to just to get into my favorite pajamas and we can pretty much fiesta like it's 91. Well, you're keeping us entertained while you work out what you're doing. Oh, thanks, Mom. Holy Spiral Mountain. Well, what's left of it for an example, because there's the end of the level gone, and I just happened to slip and die. Not on purpose, actually, because that's rather embarrassing. So after this level, I'll grind up for some more lights. Oh, you know, I would love it if Mumbo Jumbo could be co-licensed with Argonaut to cast a spell to make these tiny platforms slightly bigger so that Croc can safely navigate them instead of just gingerly jumping on them and risk slipping off. In fact, Mumbo Jumbo did use a spell to expand platforms in Banjo-Tooie in the world level Pterodactyland or Pterodactyland. Why do the walls look like the pattern of the brain? I don't know. The pattern of the brain, huh? Yeah, it's a video game mystery. I remember watching this TV show called this Tweety and Sylvester Mysteries. Back when we used to have Foxtel, you know, and it was like whenever there's a crime of trouble that no one can solve, it seems. So that's when you call on the double Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries. And when there's a full moon and something about the stairs, just look around you. Chances will be there. So I will get that Duncan there. Yes, sirree. Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, what? Because I thought that was a really fun TV show back then. Cactus Jack's Ranch. Okay, before I tackle the desert boss, I might have to grind for some spare lives because I see what my sister means. Very absurd observation. Well done completing the level. Thanks so much. That means a lot to me. I think I'll keep grinding for some more extra lives, and when I stop at 50 lives, I'll see how I go with that. No! Go! Kavoosh! Ah! Come on! In the Nintendo 64 game Rocket Robot on Wheels, there's this one snippet environment in the area where the mining level portal is literally blocked with 2 boulders. So you have to find another way into that level through puzzle solving. That's the thing about video games. Unique challenges, great characters, wonderful heroes, and wonderful protagonists and antagonists alike. Come to think of it, JoJo's World is literally a leap of faith, because you've got platforms that destroy your path. You got paint cannons that would shoot you with paint on sight. You've also got explosive jewelry. Yeah, jewels that explode, like diamonds or topazes. When you match the jewels together, it's like boom, and Rocket takes damage. So I think you might need to jump into a recovery machine to recover your life points, or you could collect a bunch of neutrons to recover your life points in Rocket Robot on Wheels. Rocket can freeze the enemies around him, although when it comes to puzzles like the magnet area in JoJo's World, once again, programming in a timer in a puzzle environment is not necessary. You just can't do that. You can't just tease your audience with time-based magnet puzzles. It just sucks the entertainment out of anything if you do that. I'm gonna try going for 50 lives this time and see how I go. Maybe 58 lives should be suffice for me. Well, there's this one couch gag crossover with Robot Chicken where Homer Simpson himself notices that the yacht portrait is missing. So he steps out of his own animated environment to look for it. So when he came across a character known as the Nerd from Robot Chicken, he retrieves the yacht portrait and brings it back to the Simpsons animation studio. I mean, that's just Robot Chicken for you, you know? It's like you'll never overcome Seth Green's creative writing back then. I don't mind grinding for lives as long as it's really fun to do so, because grinding for lives is very essential to survival games such as this. It's like gathering all kinds of weapons to fight mutant animals in the world of Duke Nukem. Well, I feel like the Simpsons deserved a Robot Chicken crossover. It's just there's no further information I can explain more about. It's all about ingenious writing, returning character themes. It's like you can't teach a laptop to write episodes for an example. Oh wait, it's called Chat GPT. Of course you can teach technology to write an episode that you desire. It's like in Family Guy. There's this cutaway where Edison thinks that he invented everything, and then the male orchestra is like, "This is true. Edison was a jerk." You can't. You can definitely try to outright someone, but it's all about using your creative brain and such. Where do those water holes go to? Well, it's funny you've asked that question. The water holes are mostly acid pits. So in the acid pits has these hogboos, just leaping in and out, which makes it unbearable for Croc to navigate by. But sometimes you can navigate past one of Baron Dante's cohorts just by attacking them or whatever. Oh boy. I do have this one idea for this Croc remaster. Instead of their bird being the end of level gone, why not have Croc's face on the end of the level gone, and have the bird have all kinds of useful gliding and hovering abilities? That would make the game Croc a lot more smoother though. Okay. Whoa. Now that's how you dodge and defeat Cactus Jack. Anyway, I'd like to thank my beloved family for supporting me. It was a blast as usual. Anyway, I'd like to thank my family, Mom, my family, Mel, for joining in, because this was really great, and I love playing Croc so much in general, because I like to thank Ugnaughts return to create a remaster that was really brilliant of how the fans love it. Anyway, I've got to pack up the stream. So see ya.